In athletics news, three-time Olympian Anaso Jobodwana is preparing for the crucial pre-Olympic year season on the track, hoping to make his fourth Olympic team. While he's focusing on his career, he was left baffled about a track on which he grew up at, the JAN SMUTS Stadium in East London. He joins us now to explain what is happening and the effect on the grassroots track and field in the region. A very good evening, Anaso. Good to chat to you here on Newzroom Afrika once again. Can you tell us and explain to us what happened on the planned clinics that you had for the track?
Right now we're getting a lot of restraint because I guess the municipality got into a deal with Chipper United. So they're paying 3,000, I think around 3,000 Rand a month to use the track, but now they've closed it to the public. Or to use it, they are charging like exorbitant prices.
So what has been the effects of this, especially for you? I understand that you wanted to host a clinic there.
I mean, I feel like it's more than me right now. Like, it's bigger than me because, you know, it's in a sense, it's affecting athletics. It's affecting the future of people that want to do athletics, and it's like an opportunity cost. You know, I feel like I've done a lot for myself, but you know, the next generation have a lot of opportunities, and if you kill, you know, one of the big opportunities in a city that, you know, needs every opportunity that it can get, then, you know, I think that people should be aware of that, you know. So if you ask me what's happening, I would say that it just doesn't make sense how the government is letting somebody control a public facility and then that person closes the facility to the public.
What have you heard from some of the members of the track and field community, some of these children that would use this facility, and how they have managed this situation?
I think most of the time I've heard from the coaches. There's one coach in specific that I heard from. But in terms of the kids, obviously I wanted to do the training clinics at home, and then you know, I've been spending a lot of time at home, so I just wanted to get to develop some kids as well. And there was a lot of interest from kids because at the end of the day, they also want to have scholarship opportunities outside of, you know, just general education. And athletics is one of those ways that, you know, kids and their parents can save on tuition costs after high school, you know. So that's one thing that you know, that affects people a lot. So, you know, that's one of the things that is affected.
Yeah, so now the track is completely closed to the public. It's just become inaccessible because of the kinds of costs that Chip are asking. I understand that you had to actually make a call and were told just how much it is to rent the facility. How much is it?
Well, I had to make a call to try and get into the track, which, you know, I've never done before. That's, you know, I've never done that before. And then the person said I'm going to send an email, explain my schedule, and they said that they're going to start charging from next month, you know, apparently around 200 Rand a month. And, I mean, even if you look at that price in Durban, a permit is like 100 Rand per month, per year, 180 Rand per year. And I think in Pilditch, it's 85 Rand per year, if I'm not mistaken. So that price as well for a kid in high school, 200 Rand a month, you know, is quite a lot, you know. And so, like, basically it stifles a lot of opportunities in that way. It's very frustrating, and, you know, it might fall on deaf ears, but I feel like people should see the opportunity cost from this, because if you look at even how much they're paying, 3,000 Rand a month over a year is 36,000, and I think the lease is 20 years. So in 20 years they're paying 720,000 Rand. And if you look at, for example, track and field, and you look at the scholarship, let's say for UJ, and there's 10 events in track and field. So if you get one kid from each event, you look at 500,000 Rand a year in South Africa, which means that in 2 years, that return on investment would have far exceeded that 20-year investment. So not 2 years, but yeah, 2 years. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense, and people should actually look at the opportunity cost for that.
Yeah, and I suppose when you're talking about cost, you're talking about that's just 200 Rand per month for an individual. I imagine that if you wanted to actually host potentially a schools meet of some kind, you'd need to hire out the venue, and that'll be at a much greater cost.
I think they were trying to charge between 4,000 and 15,000 Rand a month for 1 day of hiring out for, let's say, a inter-house athletics day.
And this is a public facility. You actually put on social media that what's happening at the stadium is a crime. Were you quite shocked at the reaction that you got?
I wasn't really shocked, you know. I don't think people sometimes pay attention nowadays to you know, they become complacent, I feel. Not in a bad way, but like because of the fact that so many people are corrupt, you know, it's become the norm. So I wasn't really shocked, but you know, that's why I said it might fall on deaf ears, but it might make somebody think.
Anaso, I want to ask you personally: is a 4th Olympic Games the goal?
It is. You know, I'm taking this season one step at a time, and yeah, it's a distant goal.